Hi, I'm Chuck Marundi, and I want to talk to you a little bit today about selling your home in either Sequim or Port Angeles. And this is going to be relevant even for those of you from out of state who are buying here. You'll want to hear this. First of all, there's several things that are really important in regard to selling your home. I think it's critically important to know what is not working. In marketing and in sales, there are lots of techniques to sell a product. With real estate, there have been some traditional tools used that are simply not working anymore. And if you don't know this as a seller, you're either going to spin your tires and spend a lot of time and money, waste a lot of time and money, or your agent is going to waste time and money, and you'll end up with a home that doesn't sell. All right, so what isn't working? Well, let me tell you the obvious things that are simply not selling real estate. First of all, classified ads in print newspapers are just not working anymore to sell real estate. Oh, sure, every once in a great while somebody will get lucky. But I'm telling you that of the several dozen homes for sale in your local community newspaper, listing homes for sale, people from out of state that are looking at real estate in Sequim, for example, they're simply not getting that paper. Very few of them are. Tiny percentage. The vast majority are not even reading the paper. They're not reading classifieds. But they're also realizing something else about the real estate classified section in the print newspaper. That only has just a few homes in it. Basically, everybody knows today that they can jump up on the internet and look at literally thousands of homes free right now over the internet. And they can choose their parameters. So that makes the print classifieds, let's face it, useless. And buyers know that. And that's why homes haven't been selling with classified ads in the newspapers. Okay, what else isn't working? Well, same problem with magazines that advertise homes for sale. And there are a lot of magazines around the country that specialize in just listing homes for sale. Their clients are primarily real estate agents and real estate brokers who buy full-page ads, quarter-page ads, half-page ads. And the problem is those ads aren't working either. Most buyers are jumping up on the internet. Now, let's face it, it's fun to pick up one of those magazines when you're going into a restaurant. Because a lot of times that's where they are. They're in the stand right there. You pick one up, and while you're waiting for your meal, you kind of go through and look at some of the pictures, and it's really more of a curiosity thing. Very interesting, kind of fun. Hey, that's a pretty one. Oh, look at that one. But you know what? That's not what's selling. Now, if you talk to realtors who are really honest with you, they'll tell you, yeah, I ran an ad in the magazine and I got a call. The guy just said, hey, how much is that? And basically, they just hang up after that. You really don't pick up clients from those magazines. People are not interested in high-pressure sales anymore. On the internet, they don't get high-pressure sales. Okay, so that's not working. What else doesn't work? Well, don't be fooled by open houses. You know, open houses don't really sell the house that is open. If your professional realtor is really honest with you, he'll tell you that all across the country, for a couple of decades now, I'm talking 20, 30 years, those of us in the profession have known that open houses are very unlikely to sell that house. So why do we have open houses? Well, realtors have open houses primarily to pick up other clients. A lot of people will wander in. Maybe somebody coming in looking for another house will wander in and strike up a conversation with the agent who's there at the open house, get their contact information, and maybe make an appointment to get together with them and show them some other houses. Hey, that's great for the realtor, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it doesn't sell your home if you're hoping to do that at an open house. Hey, there are some other techniques that are being used to get listings, but you know what? Just getting a listing doesn't mean the house is going to sell. You see, there's a couple of different things going on here. One is a real estate broker runs a business, and he runs a business for profit. His primary interest is his own agents. He makes money from his agents, and that's his business, and that's his business model. The agents make money only when they sell homes. But part of the game for a long time has been to get listings. Now in a slow market, there's some new pretty creative techniques that agents are using around the country to get some listings. You see, if you get a lot of listings, maybe something will sell and you can survive. But I don't want you to be fooled. If you're selling your house, don't be fooled by some of the techniques that are being used out there just to get the listing. Remember, your goal as a home seller is to get the home sold, to get to the closing table, to get your net proceeds, and to move on with your life. Now, the agent's goal, number one goal, is to get your house listed, to get you sign a contract. Then he throws it in the MLS. Now, the majority of cases, the vast majority of cases, some other agent sells the house other than the listing agent. Okay, you see what's going on there? So the goal is to get the house listed from the agent's perspective. Now, that's fine if you can get your house sold, but watch out for some tricky techniques. For example, let me give you one that's kind of cool. It's really creative. I kind of like this, but don't fall for it. It's to get a call from an agent. If your listing is either a FSBO listed on the internet, or you've run a FSBO ad in the classifieds. Remember, classifieds don't sell houses. And you get a call from an agent. He says, hey, I see your house is for sale in the classifieds. They're for sale by owner. Or perhaps you had it listed with an agent and the listing expired. You might get a call from an agent who says, hey, I'm so-and-so from such company. I see you had your house listed and the listing expired. Now, here's an incredibly creative and actually powerful technique to get you to sign a listing contract. And here's what it is. Hey, my office is offering something really powerful that you really might like to hear about. Can I share that with you? Most homeowners are going to say, well, okay, what is it? And the script goes something like this with a number of variations. Yeah, what our office has done in this difficult market is put together a really creative and powerful program for home sellers such as yourself. And here's what we'd be willing to do at no charge, no obligation to you. 6 to 10 of us would be willing to come out to your house and spend some time walking through your house, talking about it, comparing some of the features with other homes on the market, homes that we've had listed and homes that some of our agents have sold, answering your questions, talking about market value and what needs to be done to get your home to sell. We'd love to do that for you. Again, no cost, no obligation. Do you think something like that would be helpful? Well, let's face it. A lot of homeowners are going to say, well, it might be. Right? No cost, no obligation. The agents come through. Now, the agent that called you is the one who's going to get the listing contract if you agree. The other agents agree to participate so that they can do the same thing to get listings from their clients or prospective clients. Now, here's the key. The only way that agent gets you to sign a listing contract is if you have a kindred spirit. If you feel good about that. I mean, maybe you're saying, gee, I kind of like him or her. Yeah, what the heck, it's worth a try. I'll sign the listing agreement. What they said kind of makes sense. But look, let me ask you a rhetorical question. If you have an office full, and I'm being a little bit tongue-in-cheek, sarcastic here. If you have an office full of agents who are really struggling to get through this market, don't know what to do, don't have a lot of creative ideas because the newspapers and the magazines aren't selling their real estate anymore, the darn phone isn't ringing off the hook anymore, and there's no stampede of buyers coming into the office. So whoever has desk that day is not getting much activity. They're sitting there twiddling their thumbs. Now, take an office full of folks like that. Put 6 to 12 of those folks at a table. What have you got? You've got a lot of conversation. But really, this whole approach is nothing more than an idea of an idea. Don't be fooled. They're not providing any answers. If they had an answer, why don't they just give it to you on the phone? No, they want to come and talk with you and meet with you and tell you they have an idea of an idea. But the real goal is to get a face-to-face and to persuade you that, what the heck, might as well sign a listing contract. Look, I've built the largest internet real estate brokerage in all of Sequim and Port Angeles to reach those buyers from out of state. You can find me at sequimportangeles.com or sequimrealestatenews.com. Give me a call or email me. I'd love to talk to you about what is actually working. Forget about what doesn't work. Let's focus on really capturing some buyers, connecting with those buyers who are qualified buyers, who are truly interested, and potential candidates for buying and actually closing your house, not just listing it and letting it sit on the market.